Hello class, today's video is entitled Cyber Threats and Attack Vector. This video is basically just a bit more detailed analysis of the C-suite presentation that was submitted last week. In this video, I will be discussing the potential system attacks and the actors that might conduct them. I will also be explaining the difference between a threat and vulnerability, and also finally I will be providing you guys with two different attacks that each threat actor could engage in and how that could affect our hospital here. First and foremost, threat actors, they're basically a group of people who can cause tremendous harm to the hospital's network. They typically are a group of people who intend to cause harm to the cyberspace network. This can include such devices as computers, drives, systems, and just our basic hospital infrastructure, as well as emails. Another threat to the hospital could be insider threats. Now, this is something that could be very dangerous to our network because typically these are individuals who have access to our company's passwords, as well as highly classified information. Unfortunately, we have individuals who partake in this, and they could get our information and very well, put it in the wrong people's hands, the bad people, hackers, third parties, things of that nature. And this is something that we would definitely have to, upgrade our security system and provide training to our employees to help just stop this attack. We'll have to get our employees to have strong passwords, passwords that can be locked, and we just have to really keep an eye on our employees and our network to do our best to stop this insider threat. Next, we have another group that could provide harm to the hospital is hacktivists. Typically, hacktivists, they are a group, they cause major problems to the network. They have certain political agendas that they in turn believe in. It could be anybody from a pro-life group. They could believe that, hey, our hospital could believe in abortion or providing abortions for young ladies, and they oppose this, so they could very well attack us to suppress and to follow in their beliefs. And this is something, and they're a very dangerous group, unfortunately, and they've caused a lot of damage to our fellow healthcare organizations, and this is something else that we definitely have to keep an eye on and just to support and prevent against. Next, I will be talking about the difference between a threat and vulnerability in cybersecurity and the cyberspace network. Basically, a threat is something that it actually exploits a vulnerability, and it can damage or destroy an asset within the company or the network. And finally, a vulnerability is a weakness in the infrastructure, networks, or applications that potentially could expose you to a threat. And that's basically, the difference between the threat and the vulnerability. And finally, I'm going to speak on two different attacks from different actors that could cause harm to our infrastructure as well. The first that I will be speaking on is script kiddies. And script kiddies, they're basically low-level hackers. They basically get their skill set from whether it's internet chat forums, or they'll just watch videos or just observe. They're not necessarily at the top of the hacker hierarchy. However, they're very dangerous because they can come out of nowhere, and they're very young. The script kiddies tend to be very young in age. So like the younger hackers, they're going to be very reckless, and they're just going for anything to hack and breach, and they could easily get into our network and organization and cause a lot of damage and stress and problems our way. So this is something else that we have to keep in mind and be wary of, script kiddies. And finally, the most dangerous, even more dangerous than script kiddies, is cyber criminals. Cyber criminals, they tend to use computers as well as malicious software to gain unauthorized access to hardware. And the thing that makes cyber criminals so dangerous is that it can either be a solo hacker that works for himself, and they want anything from money, data, passwords, things of that nature. But they can also be very dangerous in that the cyber criminals can work as an organization, or they can, lo and behold, they could work for somebody, and they typically receive like adequate training in their hacking insight and know-how, and they can be very dangerous. All arms need to be on hand to handle these cyber criminals, and we're going to do our best to train everyone to prevent our hospital from becoming a victim of these malicious attacks. I hope this short video was informative. I enjoyed making it, and let's go out here and secure our space. And you guys have a blessed day. Thank you for your time.